So getting back to NBA All-Star Weekend, I think my picks were safe. I definitely had Devin Booker to win the three-point shootout.
How could you not? How could you not?
He's just unbelievable.
yeah.
He put 70 points up in a game,
Yeah.
in a real NBA game. So, you can't deny something like that. But there were unbelievable players also in it. Trae Young, great shooter.
Yep. Luka Doncic,
Yep.
A lot of talent in there.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a player like James Harden get in that contest.
Why not?
Soon. But hey, so Buddy Hield is the one that pulled it out.
Yeah.
And you can't deny he had a great performance.
Oh, definitely.
Hitting that last buzzer shot to win it. That's reminiscent of Larry Bird.
Yeah, for sure.
Hitting that last one to win it.
Definitely.
Got to find that groove, man. Once you get hot, you got to stay with it. Obviously it came down to that one shot. Shoot, and you always make that next shot.
Definitely, yeah.
Is there any type of technique, do you think, is that you can transfer from being a good shooter in a game to being a good shooter in just a standstill competition?
So I think a little bit of it. I think these guys actually have to practice doing it, right? It's a lot different when you're in a game situation. You're catching the ball as a shooter from all over. You might catch a bad pass over here. You might catch, a pass that's too high or too low. But in a three-point contest, you're catching it from the same spot every time. So it's a definitely different type of rhythm.
Definitely. I think like you just said, the rhythm is probably the most important going around because you want to make sure you're staying consistent. You want to have that muscle memory throughout your body.
Definitely.
To stay consistent on the basket and making sure you're knocking down those shots, following through, and all the mechanics of shooting. So, again, you just want to be consistent all the way around the rim, around the hoop, and just make sure that, you're feeling good about it. So, if you're, like you were saying, catching the ball in the wrong spot, if you're going one side of the rack, to the other side of the rack, you're throwing yourself off mentally.
Definitely, yeah.
The finalists, Devin Booker and Buddy Hield. Hield is more of a player I see coming off of screens, and so he's running in I would say, Ray Allen type of setting where he's coming off of screens on the baseline and catching and shooting. But Devin Booker, I feel like he would be better dribbling and shooting. Like he dribbles into a lot of his shots and creates a move to get himself open. So I think it's not the most comfortable for either one of them. So they definitely both put work into it. And congratulations to Buddy Hield for winning. But over to the slam dunk contest now.
Here we go.
First of all, it's impressive.
It's very impressive.
The athletes are getting better and better each year. We've never seen this many players jumping over people, and it hurts me just to even watch.
Well, I think that's all they have left. I think that's all they have left. Everything else has been taken. You know what I mean?
Blake Griffin jumped over a kid.
But you see the growth. Before we thought the dunk contest was dying, and all of a sudden, like you just said, Blake
it's been revived. It's definitely been revived.
We got big guys doing some crazy athletic moves in the air, and it's impressive, man.
Yeah.
And when you say big guys, we know Raleigh. He's always pulling for the big.
Always big guys, right?
So we've seen this show before where Aaron Gordon looked like he should have won.
I don't know how he did not win that, man.
What happened this year?
What happened was the judges. That's what happened.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that, Raleigh.
We're blaming the judges.
I'm blaming the judges on this one because this man, again, 6'8", 235, the way he's moving his body in the air is unreal. It's unreal. That one-handed off the side of the backboard 360,
it's unbelievable.
They act like that's just an everyday thing. You don't see that happening often.
Yeah.
So I'm giving him, you can have a trophy. I'll go to the dollar store get you one. But
Just speaking of body control, Dwight Howard had that unbelievable dunk where he paused in midair, posed for the cameras,
unappreciated, right
and then
there,
dunked.
man.
That's what it is. Unappreciated.
Unappreciated.
I need to see Dr. J out there being a judge. I don't know if he was invited to be a judge, but we want some real dunkers out there that can appreciate how hard each dunk is.
Pretty difficult.
I think that's a very important part of it, though. Like, you need somebody out there, like you said, who understands how difficult it is to not only dunk, But you think about how many dunks did these guys do? You know, you got to warm up. It's not like shooting the ball. You can. It's not like the 3-point contest, right? You can practice
how many
shooting the
shots you're
ball.
taking around the-
you know what I
you
mean?
know?
And you're fine. You get into a nice little groove. But if you're going to a slam dunk contest, how do you warm up?
Right.
You got to dunk the ball. These guys are getting tired over a period
Right.
of time.
How-
That's easy
and,
to do.
and
That's
they're,
easy
and
to
they're
do.
still managing to do all of these dunks. We got to get some guys. We need some judges in there
judges, right,
that can dunk
right.
the ball.
These are the best.
you know.
These are the best athletes in the world. Quick shout out to Middlesex Magic and Mike Crotty.
Yes, Mike
He's
Crotty.
got Pat Connaughton out there. He's got Duncan Robinson out there. So I mean, you've got two of your former players competing in All-Star Weekend.
Yeah,
That's great.
That's awesome.
That is great.
That's awesome.
Pat Connaughton, hometown cooking, had one of the best dunks in a contest I've ever seen. This man jumped over someone, hit the backboard,
Backboard.
and then dunked
Again,
basically on his way down.
Again,
Yeah.
unappreciated,
Yeah.
man. The level of difficulty, the body control, the agility on that, man. It's unreal.
I think one of the problems
tough.
with the judges might be maybe they need to see the replay first before
Yes.
they
Yeah.
before they
put
can
their scores
put
up.
their score up, because there's a lot of midair things happening that maybe you don't catch at the beginning.
Yeah,
You say,
and I didn't
"Oh,
catch that at the beginning. I didn't see it until the replay, but obviously the judges don't see that. I saw that at the replay, and I was like, wait a minute. I
Right.
had to rewind that back
Right.
a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes. So, but we'll talk more about that maybe off the camera.
Yeah.
The game is getting more competitive, and
like it.
you know, I love the tribute to Kobe Bryant.
For sure.
You know, naming the MVP after him is so
was-
well
that was
deserved.
major,
Definitely.
That's
yeah.
the type of person that awards should be named after. So Kawhi Leonard is the winner
First, yep.
of
Takes it in.
this season's All-Star MVP, and then also he deserved it.
Yeah.
But he also cooled off during the game. You know, he had 25 in the first half. He ended with, what, 30?
Yeah, yeah,
And they
yeah.
got the win.
Yeah, they
So,
got the win.
you know, Kawhi being that silent assassin, he put them where
Hey,
he needed them to be.
He
and
came out ready. That's that
yes,
Kobe
he-
mentality
he
right
sure
there.
did, that Mamba mentality. But is there anything different, you know, that you'd like to see going forward? You know, we've heard mentions of new events being added.
Right. I like that mention from Dame Lillard about the one-on-one tournament at King of the Court. You know, that's something that we've all been playing since we were kids.
That's what we grew up
I
on.
would
King
love
of
to
the
see
Court.
that. I'd love to see that on the NBA.
I think I'm
level.
undefeated against others.
I don't know about that, folks. I don't know about. I think I won maybe once or twice.
Probably more than that.
I mean, you know these guys are playing King of the Court at practice.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, let's
Oh, yeah.
see it.
And
Let's
that's
see
and
it.
sometimes that's the way you end practice. You know
There
what
you
I
go.
mean? The first person to have maybe 7 or 9 or 10 wins is
Yeah,
the
really.
king of the court, and
There you
everybody
go.
else has to run. So you definitely know. How many times have you done that? You know, back
I never
in
had
college
to run,
and stuff,
so
like, you know what I mean?
I'm
So-
undefeated.
Yeah, he never had to run, huh?
I would love to see some good old-fashioned 2 or 3 dribble king of the
Oof,
court.
oof.
And you know, you've got players that aren't on rosters right now that would be absolute killers.
Yes.
You got Jamal Crawford out
Oh
there.
man!
Imagine that.
Oh man!
You got
Imagine that.
Nate Robinson out
Imagine
there.
that.
These type of players thrive in that situation.
Yeah.
That opens the field for even more players to be involved in the event.
sure.
So,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
that would be something.
So we'd love to see it. I'm sure the fans would love to see it as well. And unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next weekend.
Mamba out.
Mamba out.